What is up, guys? It is Kitsos from Coastland, and today we are, as you can see by the title, if you didn't read it, then I don't know what you're doing with your life. We are reviewing a coaster, and it is, of course, Wild Mouse at Arnold's Park. Now, this is a very interesting ride. It is one of only two of its kind left, and the only one with a seatbelt, fun fact, because the other one, they just said, you know what? We don't need a seatbelt. Seatbelts are for nerds. So, they just didn't put one. But this one does have a seatbelt. So, basically, it's a Wild Mouse, but like 1960s version. And it's really janky. It's really uncomfortable. But what makes this ride not the worst ride I've ridden or anything like that is really, it is a fun ride and it has some great laterals. In fact, I find many modern Wild Mice to be much less forceful than this ride was. Yeah, it was janky. Yeah, it was uncomfortable. Yeah, it was a little painful to have Coaster Papas sitting right behind me, slamming into me every time. We learned the hard way that you don't ride two people. Yes, you can ride two people in this ride. It technically can seat two. Don't do it. Just do yourself a favor and ride solo. It's worth the extra minute of wait time because honestly, it was pretty painful, not gonna lie. But yeah, it has your standard Wild Mice layout with the switchback turns. You have some little hills, bunny hops, stuff like that. Not really bunny hops, but you know what I mean. Just little hills. And overall, that part of the ride is, okay. But again, the real problem with this ride is how janky it is. It's not really profiled well. It kind of feels like it's falling apart. And it really has some insane laterals to the point of almost discomfort, which is what really takes this ride from being a potentially decent coaster to being just mediocre at best. It's just those laterals are uncomfortable given the position you're in. You're literally sitting on the floor of the car. Like, your butt is like less than 6 inches above the actual track. I'm not even kidding. It's really insane. So like every time you hit one of those turns, you just slam into the side of the car, which I found to be very uncomfortable, unfortunately. I know I've said uncomfortable a lot. That's just the reality of this ride. It's very uncomfortable. But what really makes this ride still a decent ride to me in terms of just being mediocre rather than pure bad is I managed to have fun on this attraction. Yeah, it was janky and rough, and yeah, it was still painful. But I did get a kick out of the fact that a 1960s Wild Mouse still exists, and I gotta say, Allan Herschel, you did a pretty good job considering they really didn't have much to work with back then. So, overall score, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. I don't think it was really a truly awful ride. I don't think it was a great ride. I don't think it was good or bad. I just think it was right smack dab in the middle. I know this was a shorter review, but I mean, it's a Wild Mouse. What do you expect? Do you want me to ramble 20 minutes about how uncomfortable some of the turns are? Or do you want me to just, So you know what I mean. But the point is, yeah, 5 out of 10 is a good score. Although I will say it has a bit more of a fun factor than some of the modern mice, mainly because it feels way more out of control. So that's going to do it for this review. If you would do me a huge favor, please click that like button, and remember to subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so, and comment your thoughts below. Remember, the YouTube algorithm is a pretty tough opponent to beat, but I believe between you and me, we can do it. Until next time, Kitsos for Coasterland, signing off. Peace.